Hi all, I'm pretty beat from the pneumonia still, so it won't be any throwing videos this week. But I still want to make a video for you guys, so I will do a video of my survival knife and kit. So if you like this video and you want to see more throwing and slingshooting, be sure to check out my channel and please subscribe. But let's open this baby up. So when I'm out in the woods, I have the knife. I just put it in my belt like that. It's safe and secure and no trouble carrying around, not that heavy. It looks quite chunky, but it's not that heavy. So I'm gonna open it up and show you all the features. So let's see all the features. Starting with the big blade. It's an SE6 blade. I've made some modifications on it. I took away the powder coating. I grinded the back of the blade down so it's easy to use as a fire striker. I put a paracord knot on the end. All paracord on this blade and on the sheath and everything is firecord, so you have an extra strain of cord in there that's easily you can easily make fires from. But I use that knot to grip it like that if I want to cut down a small tree or something. Otherwise I use it for mostly for chopping and making feather sticks and the big stuff. So for the smaller stuff, I use this one. It's an Esee Candiru. It's all metal, so I wrapped it with paracord. So it's the same kind of fire cord I used on the other blade and sheath. And I have a bit of a knot in the end, so I can hold it a bit down and choke up on it. But it's a good, solid, small blade. On here I also have a firesteel. It's a good firesteel. I tried a few of them out. It's elk ridge. It's a cheap one, but it's really good. So I use these a lot. These firesteels, so they get pretty worn. I never use like matches or stuff like that, so I always use these firesteels. So I put that there. On the bag I also have a small bottom compass, and you have a pipe whistle on there as well, and that's stuck to the pack on there. So if I have it on the side, I can just open it up, look at the compass, put it down. So it's easy to use. And if I want to take that off, I just cut the sewing thread that I used and carry it with me instead. Inside there we have a few different items. Oh, I actually opened that one, so start with that one. So that's a firing starting kit. Since in Sweden the first thing you need to think about is to have a fire. Water is really easy to get hold of here in Sweden, mostly clean water, so the fire is the most important thing. So I have some waxed pieces of paper that I can use to start the fire with if it's moist outside. Otherwise I have to use birch bark. I have some cotton swabs. Just open those up. One spark ignites them instantly. And I actually have some matches. I never use matches, but I have those, and it's a waterproof seal there. So just in case you need to, you have extra starting kit, extra firing starter kit. I actually have a can opener. It's so small, I just put it in there. I probably will never use that one, but still. So that's one of the tins. The other one is the med pack. I have a tweezer, 2 small toothpicks. If you want to pick in a wound or something, you don't want to use anything else. I have water purifying tablets, and in Sweden you mostly will not need these, but if you have one of these in 1 liter of water, it's safe to drink. If you have 5 of these in a deciliter of water, you can disinfect wounds. So I have 10 water purifier tablets. I also have some bandages, waterproof, so they would stick even if you were out swimming. I also have some painkillers. These are pretty good painkillers. You have both paracetamol and codeine in them, so they're pretty strong, and I use these when I have a migraine. So I have those in there. I have some reflectors in there as well, and those are stickers, so you can use them, putting them on your clothes or wherever you want people to see you, so they will reflect the light and everything from helicopters or just sunlight. So if something reflects anything, they will probably see you more easily. And then you have magnifying glass, really small, and an extra compass. So I just put these in there because these bottom compasses ain't that good. So if you need one extra, you have that as well. And the last small tin has a fishing kit, and hard to get open. So you have a bit of thicker fishing line. Put that there. You have 6 different fishing hooks. So a few a bit bigger for like perch or red belly, whatever you call it, and a few smaller ones if you fish for like roach or something like that. It's meat anyway, so you eat what you catch, right? And then you have some lead sinkers, just small ones. So that's a bit bigger, and just these lead small ball sinkers. Just one of these. I also have 5 meters of braided fishing line. It doesn't take any room at all, but it tangles up pretty fast. So, but I brought that as well. I have a small fishing lure. If you want to fish, you can't find any bait, and you want to fish, you use it like ice fishing and just put it in and go like that. So you have a small fishing lure as well, and just some small rings there. So that's the small fishing kit. On here I have a few other things. I have a spare whistle back here, and I have some steel wires. So I just unscrew that one. I'll remove it for you. I remove one. I have 3 of these sitting back here. Look like that. You can use this if you want to put anything above the fire or something like that where it's hot, and just screw it back on. So you have that, and you have a spare whistle. So you have that on the back as well. Then the small pouch is actually a slingshot. So this is all you need to make a slingshot. Many friends just shoot them holding these rubber bands, but I actually use slingshots frames. So I would probably make a frame. You have these to tie the rubber band with, and you have that. And this is for shooting real big slingshots, so you can easily hunt birds with that. So that is all the features on my knife. All the firecord on here is about 10 meters, so it's really long, and you have 7 strains in there, smaller strains, so you can make a shelter, anything from it. You have these extra bands as well, so you can put those on here if you want to still hang stuff and you have removed all the paracord. Otherwise you can just put on this on one of the small packs and just hang it in the belt. So this is the knife I usually wear when I'm out. I had some other features in there, but I removed them because I didn't need them that often. You have this one. You can use it to signal. You can use that to make signals, and it's a real good lighter. So I took that away because I don't need it. If it would be winter, maybe I would bring that one. If I were out with friends doing something mechanical, I would bring this one. So that's actually what should be in there. It's a Gerber. So pliers. You have all these different stuff in there. Knife. Openers. Screwdrivers. Scissor. So that's just one side. Scissor, serrated knife, ball opener and a can opener, a small screwdriver, and you also have this one. I think it's for like putting in wire and just curling it up, but if somebody knows any other use for that, please tell me. Then you have the other side. You have a saw, you have a screwdriver. I think you call that a Phillips screwdriver. We call it a star screwdriver in Sweden. And you have a blade. So you have that on the other side. So this is a real good one to bring, but I didn't bring that in the kit because I'm not going to be out doing stuff like that. So if I would go and try to repair a car or something, I would bring this instead of survival kits. This is also something I took out. This is actually really good to bring. It's superglue. It's for big wounds. If you want to repair something and you really got a big cut, you can repair it with super glue. So I will probably try to get a small tube of super glue and put in here as well, because that is really helpful. But that wasn't in the kit this time. So here you have close-ups of everything. They have the small bottom compass that was on the outside of the sheath. The two other wires on there. The knives, Esee and Esee Candiru, and the firesteel, and the small whistle and an extra wire. The first container, this probably the most important in Sweden, is to make fires. You have a can opener there, it's just because I had the space. But you have safety matches, cotton swabs, and a waxed paper, so it's easy to make fire. Here you have the other container. It's a medical kit. You have tweezers and toothpicks, water purifying tablets, painkillers. You have reflectors, an extra compass, magnifying glass, 4 bandages, and then the fishing kit. You have nylon line that are really tough, for like 6 kilos something. You have a braided line. So this is about 4 meters, 3 meters, and that is 5 meters. You have some hooks in different sizes. You have a sinker that's a bit bigger and 3 smaller sinkers. You have an extra one if you want to tie that one up or change. In between you have some rings there if you want to change hooks or have trouble changing hooks. You can also use this one as a signaling device. And then you have the slingshot. That rubber is the one I have on the other slingshots that I actually use, so it's really good. If you enjoyed this video, please check out my other videos. I have a lot of knife throwing, tomahawk throwing. I started sling shooting just a while ago, but check those videos out, and please subscribe and spread the love for knives, throwing, shooting. Take care all.